Good evening, guys. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Hello.
How's everybody doing? Yes, Lake Road. We are here. What are you
I'm
laughing
loving
at?
it, Jaden running through the. Hello, everybody.
Jaden went up to find the swings. We are at Lake Road. Yes, we are. So the majority of the people from last night wanted to go to Lake Road instead of me cooking. So I just wanted to give you guys a couple seconds of quiet so you could see just how peaceful it is here. So here we are. Hello, hello, hello. Thanks for joining us. So as you can see, and those of you that don't know, this right here is where Chuck, Uno, and Cinco were on the property last. And this is where we had the trailers backed in. This is where they got loaded. And most of you know the stories. So this is where the work's got to start. In order to do that, there's a ton of potential here, guys. Ton of potential. Some of the first things that need to happen, let me walk you down here. Obviously, all this electric fence is going to get wrapped up and cleaned up. And we're going to put in stronger fencing. But even before that, for those of you that used to follow Steinmetz when they were here, this is where the goat tents were. This one and this was one. And these stakes all got to be pulled out of the ground. And they're in there like 6 feet. So my thoughts are of getting a machine, renting a machine, smoothing out the dirt, picking up all these rubber mats, getting these stakes all pulled out because we don't want animals tripping over them, and just kind of cleaning up all this debris in here and starting there. When we talked about the front of the property versus the back of the property, back when I was talking about we may not be able to do all the fencing all the time. So we could do maybe back to the wood line and over and up. I don't even know. It is literally a field of dreams. Yes. Jaden, are saying hello. So.
It's actually neat to see that he wants to explore.
Yeah, he does want to explore. I was going to bring his four-wheeler over and let him ride a little bit. Hey, look there. Does that come with the rent? We should pick that up. It looks like a good one. Looks like maybe the dogs had it. It's still
good.
Yeah. Yeah. If anybody has any fencing, today I did some studying on squeeze chutes and whatnot. So I have some ideas. We are renting the land. So obviously over there is, this is all electric fence, guys. Everything you guys are seeing are electric fence. We're not going to do that. We're going to put in a stronger fence. So that's kind of the reason why Jay was even in here with Chuck, was he was working on the fence, because every time there'd be a storm, as you can see, there's woods all back through there and trees out here. And so the trees would blow over and knock the fence down or whatever. And it's, the cows could just kind of walk right out. We don't want to have to deal with that, especially since the fact that we won't actually be living here. So, but like all this lumber, this was actually part of a chicken coop that would kind of drag along the ground, and Chuck used it as a toy. So that's the other thing about this fencing. Like, if you guys see that spool way over there, that was actually put in here for Chuck to mess with, but he would roll it right through the fence.
Somebody asked if the pond has water.
The pond does have water, and there's actually a pair of ducks in there right now.
I see them.
I'll try to get close. But yeah, there's actually some wild ducks in here. It appears that one's a male.
Thank you, Janice. We'll have to get with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Look at Jaden.
This is so good for him.
It's good. Yeah, this is. I know the camera's probably not doing it justice, but it's absolutely beautiful out here. I don't know what we're doing about the pink thing yet. I think I got my answer, but yeah. So we'll walk along down here. Mary, are you watching? Are you watching comments by chance? Okay. But look at all this green grass that these guys can be.
Actually live on the property.
No. Nope. But there's the pond. Way back, Jay got gifted a set of waders, and I actually waded out into that pond. It does get deep. Not deep like over your head, but at least up to your knees, maybe a little higher. But during the summer, if we don't have a lot of rain, this dries up. So I can't necessarily depend on this for water, a water source. I'm hoping, and my plans are to have the water and the feed up closer to where we have water and electric. This tent, which will get taken down, is this used to house the energizer for the electric fence. And we used to, when the cows were just back on this section, we used to keep hay bales in here. So that's why all the electric fences around it, because we don't want them getting in there. And there used to be a feeder back here. I don't know, maybe they took that to the...
I remember going back there with Chuck, Eno, and Cinco.
Yeah.
In the woods.
Yes, absolutely. So Chuck used to love going into these woods. And this was kind of an escape route, just this single wire. This was one of the last things I did when Chuck was here, is come back. We had to get him out of the woods here and up to there. So once we got him through this section, we closed off this wire, and then these guys did not like the wire, the electric fence. So.
Can we just...
What?
What are we doing?
I'm taking this out.
Okay.
Are you in a
You
hurry?
need me to help you. That's what
No, I didn't want you to have to jump over it.
I got a free hand. Well, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be really nice. It's going to take some time, but I see, this is the other thing. I know how much that Chuck and them love hanging out in these woods. And oh, there's a feeder. I'll have to see if that's still... And Knucklehead may want that back. Well, there's a nice little feeder. There's a roll of wire. I wonder if that's...
Oh, yeah.
Hold this a second.
Okay, sure.
I want to see something. See, that wire...
Okay.
There was a wire that actually had a short in at the house. And I seen Chuck back here messing one day, and I thought, I wonder if he got his horns on that wire.
Oh.
But
yeah. Oh, sorry, guys. I'm trying to... Sorry, you didn't see us, but... Hello, everybody.
So that's just the bare end, I guess.
Jeff is much better at envisioning. I just think, like, coming out here, it is so peaceful right now.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. I've been here trolling behind him, listening to all his ideas. So, where did our son go?
You haven't seen us lately. We've been here. We've been here.
Step up. Step up again.
The camper will be a little bit out. We got a lot of work to do before we worry about that. See, like this kind of stuff, we're going to have to...
What is that?
My guess is, because this is about where the feeder was, my guess is that held the feeder down.
Okay.
Because Chuck would try to tip things over.
So pretty much walk the property and find things.
Yeah, just, you know. So, again, guys that may have followed Steinmetz farm for a while may remember I used to play hide and go seek with Chuck right over here. It was so funny. Hey, I found a cattle panel.
You did.
Oh, man. Look at that. Perfect. But I used to play hide and go seek with Chuck right here. I would go in and I would knock. Then I'd go in there and hide. And then he'd come over. It was just funny. He'd come over here to see what was going on. Oh, man. It's absolutely great memories. But yeah.
Hopefully we're going to make new memories here.
Yeah. But just look back at this, guys. And remember, this isn't all of it. Huh?
I just saw myself.
Oh. The 3-cow garage.
There he is.
Did you discover anything, buddy? I thought about a volunteer day. I did think of that. We'll see. We'll see. I think that's a great idea. Yeah.
Stop for a second.
Who?
Stop for a second. I'm trying to get. Leanne, yes, we will do a rough drawing and layout of where everything will be, and then we're going to break it down into bite-sized pieces that we can do.
This definitely has to be part of it, though. Chuck loved it. He would. Now it looks like there's a lot more trees that have come down, but no, guys, I cheated on that poem. I did not write that. I put in what I wanted it to say, and then yeah. So no. So the wood piles. When we get back here, I'll show you. I'll show you what our plan is with them for now. But Chuck used to love to come back here and just kind of pick these logs up and throw them around. He loved that. And hopefully my signal stays okay. If for some reason this live ends because of signal issues, I will restart another one because I don't want to leave it like this. But so far, I think we're doing okay. A little cleaning up to do, right? So we're coming out of the woods. How you guys doing? All right? All right. Coming out of the woods. And then it opens up into another big field. I could use some of them for a goat playground, absolutely. So there's another big, huge field. And you see the piles of wood, right? So obviously the piles of wood can't get moved real quick. It's going to take time. Some of it actually is good stuff that can be used, and he told me I could use some of it, whatever. But I think our goal's going to be, at least on this side, I don't know about that side, but over here we're going to put our fence off to the side of the wood pile and leave enough room that we could drive a vehicle between the fence line. Yeah, to leave enough room to drive a vehicle between the wood piles and the fence.
Okay, stop for a second. I'm trying to catch up with you. Cheryl, am I going to garden? I will say, I have killed everything I have ever tried to plant. However, if you people will help me, it's something I may venture into. Maybe.
Yes.
But you can't laugh at me.
We have, Jay and I have talked about a bonfire. Yes. So, like I said, you can see how the electric fence was tight up against the wood pile. I think what we'll do is that's going to get moved in some. So like I said, probably if you look down through there, the fence line will probably just go right beside the woods. That way this whole driveway would be open to bring a vehicle back.
Okay, just say, Jackie asked, can the downed trees be used or processed into fence posts?
I think they're probably all rotten.
Okay.
I don't know that. Until I drag them out and haul them somewhere to be processed, I don't know.
Stella said you will help me garden.
Okay. So you know what I thought about for the garden?
What?
If we end up getting a camper here and all that, what about doing like a raised bed right outside the, like make it look pretty?
Where are you going? I know where you want to go. Well, you want to go to the outlet.
So like, yeah, so this fence, so I envisioned like a set of gates there. And then, so when I talked about having a rotation of pastures, my thoughts were here, blocking it from there, you know, rotating back and forth.
This is enough room for Cinco, right?
Well, is that a piece of fence or is that another hay rack?
Looks like a hair.
I think it's fence though. I don't know. We shouldn't be on here showing Knucklehead all this stuff. That's a fence. But like some of that wood. Are you listening?
Somebody's asking what would we do for
Shade?
shade? Shade.
For the animals?
Yeah.
We
Okay.
can build like a structure out of it.
You can build a structure. So I already thought about that. I want to have,
There's
you
a
know,
structure in the middle of the forest.
so they here's the thing. Once the leaves are on there, the cows hang out in the woods, right? If they're not able to be in the woods, then I'm going to have structures that they can get under. One of them's that carport I talked about.
Okay, and Sandy wants to know, what are we doing to keep them warm?
So yeah, well, we're not going back there because that's not really on his property. Okay. Keeping them warm. So as you guys know, they survived here with the 3-cow garage filled up with straw. My plan is to do something very similar, but as I said, I kind of want, and when we get over there, I'll show you more where I'm thinking. And again, guys, this has to get, Jay and Lauren have to say yes or no.
And it's not going to be an overnight process.
No.
It's a big
No.
financial commitment, and we're
Right.
slowly but surely going to get there.
Right. So, I would like to have a run-in shed, big enough to put the goats on one side, the cows on the other side, in the event of inclement weather or at night. And having said that, and the reason I would like to be up that way more, closer to the house, is so I can have electric to the run-in shed. And then I would like to hang some of them lights, the infrared lights. And then in front of the run-in shed, depending on which way I face it and depending on which way the winds blow, I would put up a wind block if I had to. So they'd have shelter, they would have heat lamps to stand under, and I don't really think between keeping their hay fluffed up and dry, I think they'd be fine. Now obviously if we have and we haven't had it for a couple years, if we have like a week of zero weather, I may have to figure, you know, add a heater or something. But
the health and safety of the animals is our main
oh,
goal.
absolutely. And that's why I don't want to rush into this. I want to make sure priority one is fencing. You know, like I said, so before, you know, we had the fence over here, and it was very hard to, like if a tree falls over or whatever, you can see this stuff can knock down. It gets on the ground. It don't work as hard. The cows can step over it. But there was really no room over here to like maintenance the fence. So my thoughts are to have the fence on that side of the road. That way we can drive down here in a vehicle. I think we'll have a set of gates there and then continue the fence, you know, so we can get in and out of the property.
Dad,
What?
I have a good idea.
Okay.
If we want to get rid of the state, maybe you and Mom can go on my 4-wheeler and you can go on the
Right.
that, and then we can like divide and conquer.
Yeah, we're going to have to. Yes, they eat hay, not straw. The straw would be for bedding to keep warm. Yes. And as far as shelter from the summer, like I said,
Like I drive my
I plan on having some kind of roof system. One, I would like to keep their hay dry, and it would provide them some shade when if they can't get back here into the woods. Like I said, this don't really. You guys got to imagine this is basically like a canopy once all the leaves grow, and it is very shaded, and that's where Chuck Uno and Cinco actually spend a lot of their time.
Maybe do you see that structure in the woods?
Oh yeah.
Maybe you can fix that up as another piece of shit.
So that there.
Yeah.
So what I think we need to do is look at that. That was going to be a hangout spot for Devin and Murph, and we never got to finish it.
Jeffrey, Jackie is new to the property and was wondering if there's ever any flooding on it.
No.
Okay.
Nope. No flooding that I've ever seen.
And Kelly wants to know, Jaden, have you chosen the spot for your Highland cow?
You're going to get a Highland cow.
Huh?
Yeah. No Highland cows.
Joe,
Yeah.
can we at least get an miniature donkey?
I would consider a donkey way down the road.
Somebody wants to know, have you thought about shipping containers?
You're not allowed to put shipping containers on the property.
Sounds good.
Yep. Dolly, yeah, that's all possible. Like something for the animals to play on. The pond is just seasonal. It's full of water now because we had rain. I don't want to necessarily depend on that for water.
And Jaden has not picked out an area for a fort yet, but I can see that in his future.
That could be a sport.
Yeah.
But here's what we all have to understand as a family and all our friends on here. I want to make it so when you guys come here, like obviously we're going to have probably a total of 4 cows at some point, right? Not right away, but right.
One day.
Right. But I want you guys to be able to feel safe. So I want to make sure when we do this, there's appropriate gates. So if I need you guys to go in and feed the goats or something, you don't necessarily have to be in with the cows if you're not comfortable. So that's where a lot of the planning is going to have to take place. Like, quite honestly, yeah, they're neighbors. The trouble neighbor is right over there. But that's okay.
People say they talk with shit.
Well,
What if they do that to Cinco?
they're not going to.
Nobody's gonna. Let me tell you, they're gonna be fine.
Yep. So I feel like this needs to be a priority 1 up here. And we'll talk about this a little more when we get up there. Tractor? No.
Oh, just a second, stop for a second.
Why am I stopping?
Would the cows be pets or eventually milk?
Pets.
Somebody asked that question. Our cows will be pets. We're not vegetarian. We eat meat, but we will never raise animals
No.
for slaughter.
Nope.
People that do that I have no problem with. But
Right.
That's just not the way we're gonna live.
Oh no, I want to sit on it.
Well, sit on it. There's another one over. Don't just lay that in the middle of the field, sir. Put it over here. We got enough to clean up. That's good. Just lay it on the back of the tractor. Just so. No. On the back of the tractor so I know where it's at.
Although he doesn't understand. I didn't know what you meant either.
Yes, I will definitely take you up to see the fish.
Let's let him get on this first.
Is this Royce?
It's not Reese's. Go get on there so we can move on and show him the fish.
Well, he can get on there. He don't need to
I
us.
know, but I think
He's a big
I
boy.
think he wants to show them.
Oh.
That's what I think.
Are you going to show him the tractor?
I've got a big stick. His name is Jerry.
There's no battery in it. Yeah, guys, give me some thumbs up, please. If you like Jaden on the tractor, X out, thumbs up, and then come back. If you don't like him on the tractor, then don't.
Okay, well, I gotta get a picture of that.
What do you think? Can I teach you to drive that?
Hey man, look at me.
Is this the one?
I'd rather want to do like a 4-wheeler.
Look at me. Thank you.
You say that now until it's fired up and you're driving it. The tractor's cool. Right?
Some oil.
Listen. Oh. Well, hopefully we'll be here enough that you think we live there. How's that?
How many years did it take for Jay to collect all this crap? I mean, precious junk.
Oh, God. He's got a problem, that guy. But what you guys have to remember is Jay was going to build a barn back here, right? And he had plans on using a lot of that old wooden stuff for at least inside the barn. So that's kind of why... Oh, sorry.
Okay.
That's kind of why he did collect... At least that's what the excuse we
Dolly
use.
asked, if you're not going to eat the animals, then how will you make money from the land?
We're not going to... the way we're going to make money is to try to continue to build our YouTube page and have all of you guys watching. That's how.
And Lynn, yes, I will drive the tractor one day.
Oh, yeah, you'd love it. Missy drove it. In
Dad,
fact,
there's
Missy might be the one that broke it.
Dad, I think this could be good. There's some pencil.
What?
Oh, bless his heart.
Yeah.
Okay, hard.
Yep, you're right. But like them spools could be set up like even now for the goats, right?
It'd be great.
There's good.
There's this... I wish Knucklehead was on here because he told me there were no chains. And I said, yes, there was. There's a chain. Nobody could lift it, but you don't want to know what that was going to be for? Do you know what that is?
What is it?
The metal...
What is it? No, what is it? I don't know.
That's a corn crib.
Is it?
He was going to...
I act like I know. What is a corn crib?
Well, corn crib is like a silo with open sides. He was going to set that up, and that's where the peacocks were going to live.
Do you feel that the tractor is fixable?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
Wait, Mom.
Both of these tractors ran not all that long ago.
Can you
And I don't
follow
know if
me
it...
and push me, or can I do that?
No, you're not
Done,
pushing
done.
you.
A
No,
little bit.
you're 12. You can make yourself go.
A little bit.
No, thank you. Not right now.
Yeah, I don't want to just make it all about Lake Road, the title or whatever of our page, just because we'll be doing other things. But,
It's going to be part of our kind of
and here's...
next chapter.
Yeah, yeah. So, I think the plan is to get rid of the swimming pool. I will go up and show you the fish. So this is the garden. Jay said about just knocking this down and actually parking the camper here. Man, I just don't know. I just don't know. This, I know it don't look like it now, but I seen this when everything was up and growing. And he's got all these water lines ran to everything and all the irrigation, and that stays here. All the pumps and all. Here's where I'd come and give the guys water almost every day. Aw.
Everybody says leave the garden.
Yeah, it would take a lot of work, but like there was fraud. Like it just so.
Somebody said it's true. This would be a really nice, just a sanctuary.
Well, here's some of the problem with this. You may not remember. You may remember. There was like a little trench dug the whole way from up there. It came down through here. It fed all this stuff, and then it continued down where the ducks were, and then eventually it ran into the pond because of the well up there, right? But they made him bury that, so that part of it no longer exists.
No fish left.
Yeah, there better be. So it would be a shame. Like, I mean, it would take some work. It would have to be, but like I said, he had all them water lines and all the things were here, guys. And I actually had vegetables out of this. It was really nice. They put a lot of work into it. So it's hard for me to think about just coming in and, I don't know. But that's the crazy part. Like the pond came down through here, it ran. He was so clever about how he did this. And then, like I said, it ran over through here. It also, at one time, now some trees fell down here, guys, and knocked this down. But this is originally where the pigs were. And the water that I just talked about came down through here, and that's how the pigs had their water. Like they always had fresh water without doing any work.
Hey, Jeffrey.
Yeah.
We have. Somebody is wondering. Don't get my face up. Somebody was wondering who we're renting it from.
Jay and Lauren.
Okay. From Steinmetz Family Farm.
Yep.
This is their original farm.
Yeah, this is the original Steinmetz Family Farm, guys. This is where it all started. This is where again with the pond or the little river that came down through here, this had ducks in it.
Where did Tom live?
There he is.
No, he's not.
Tom lived everywhere.
Wherever Tom was.
So this is where Tom was last. He was in here with the rest of the chickens, and now that's a possibility if that thing gets fixed up and reused.
Yeah, that looks nice.
Well, it may not look nice,
We
but
paint it?
yeah, we'll paint it. So that's a possibility too for shelter for like goats. That actually came from Russ and Jackie.
Jenny, no, Tom's not coming to live with us. No. She was just joking.
I'd take Tom.
I think I've made my love for Tom known.
So now we did talk about, Jay said about using this area up here, but I don't think I want to. I think we want to make this nice for if somebody ends up using the house or whatever. To redo the pig area definitely takes some work because like I said, some trees fell, but this is where the pigs lived for sure.
Hey Jenny, I know you were just teasing. I know you just was talking about getting a turkey. So we Googled some YouTube videos.
Move back.
And they were called turkeys being jerks.
There's another chain, knucklehead.
What's chain thing?
I'm watching.
Don't toot them. Oh.
How'd that work?
Okay, I can do it.
All right. I'd rather not go to the ER tonight.
Yeah.
Why don't you just swing?
Yeah.
See how high you can swing. Okay. Good job.
How's that?
We don't want to go up to the camera.
Oh, Jaden, just come here.
What?
We want him to be involved in videos.
Yeah.
We want you to bring the camera so he can like get up close. His face.
Here's what I want you to do. I want you to take all our friends for a ride, and I'm going to swing you.
Where?
Here. Hold it out there, but you got to get on the swing.
Okay.
All right, guys. Jaden's got the camera, and he's going to go for a ride.
Okay. You see everything?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Remember, Jay put this up, so.
Make sure they can see.
This might fall. Are you getting dizzy yet?
Oh my god.
What? Is it falling?
No, it's making me dizzy. Okay, we're gonna make all our friends cute. Haven't told
Yeah, I've just
Brenda's dizzy. Jackie said higher.
Higher.
All right, bud.
He said hold on to him.
Hold on.
Okay, guys, we're done.
Anybody get sick?
Yeah. we have a bunch of green.
Somebody
pieces.
fell off. So,
Jenny says thanks for not dropping them.
yeah, right. This area,
Billy.
you're exactly right, buddy. This is where the Billies were.
Oh yeah.
This had electric fence the whole way. When I first met Jay, the whole property basically had like an underground. But this is long before. Well, I shouldn't say long before, but he had like an invisible fence, and the older goats had a like the dog collars on, and the goats respected it. They would walk right up to that line, and wouldn't cross over it.
There's no fire.
And then this went almost the whole way up to the road. This is where the Billies hung out, so that's what all this is about. That is a feeder that they built for hay.
Come here.
What?
Give me a hand.
Why? What are you
I
doing?
want to get up here.
Why?
Because I just wanted to. Wanted to be a kid.
Wanted to be a kid.
Don't jump.
So the fence we're going to put up, they called a couple different things. Hog wire, field fence. Basically, it will be a woven wire fence that will have posts to hold it up. Yeah. So with that, if you look online, it'll have 6-inch gaps at the top, and then at the bottom it'll have 3-inch gaps. That way,
I can jump this.
predators will not be able to get in.
No ER visits today.
I can jump this.
Jaden's enjoying Goat Mountain.
We'll have to build you a goat mountain. But look at that. Look at the size of that lumber. You know what that would cost to go and get
I
today?
can't even imagine. Does Jay plan on fixing up and renting out the house?
I'm going to let Jay and Lauren discuss that because I feel like that's their stuff to talk about. I will have, my plan is for, to get Wi-Fi here once the camper's here, or maybe before, and set up security cameras for the animals, yes.
Southern Comfort. Southern Comfort says, have a volunteer cleanup day at Lake Raid and grill hot dogs and drinks.
I like it. I like it. I feel like I need to get my ducks in a row a little bit before we do that. Again, priority one for us right now is going to be his race cars.
Don't forget timeout.
Right. Tom got time out on that swing, didn't he?
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Yes, he did.
Well, he's gonna jerk forever.
You're going to...
Here, wait. Wait. Hold on, I'll swing you. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not getting on that thing. We will be doing 4 foot high. Yep, we'll be doing 4 foot high. And that was suggested by Jay. It'll be fun just doing content with you guys pushing us along, you know. We haven't nailed down an exact rent day as far as when it starts. And the reason this, remember I talked about it, had a creek that came through here. This used to have water all through it. Yeah.
If we have a cleanup day, then have a bonfire at the end.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
You guys want to go see some fish?
Yeah, you could. Let's go to the fishy.
I seen somebody talking about our membership. I believe our membership's $2.99, right? Yeah, $2.99 a month.
Everybody wants you to go on a ride on the plane.
All right, I'll do it. I've done it before. Well, I better not drop it. I gotta talk to Jay, the water level's really low. Koi.
What do they eat? No one is there.
Right there is a feeder.
Right, show 'em.
We used to hand feed them, but Jay must have put that in recently, so that's some kind of feeder. It must dispense automatically. The water is very clear. I'm not going to do a great job of describing this, but I can tell you that all of that water and all of the why the water is so clear is because of this. It's a biological filter. The water from the well gets pumped up, actually gets sucked out of the tank, gets filtered up through all the plants that take all the bad stuff out and back into the yep. But what I don't understand a lot of great memories. Jay, this is all his, you can actually smell the mint. This plant right here was laying over there out of it. Like I didn't think, and in the middle of the summer, this would be so big you can barely see these windows.
Wow.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
But I am going to have to, a lot of hard work did go into it. Under here's the pump.
Hey, stand back here and take a picture and show them.
Yeah. So this is what we're talking about, guys. Can you imagine when all that's fixed up and just having animals run around, and it's going to be, it is very low. I'm going to talk to him about that when I get off the live. because I don't know. Normally that means something is clogged, but I don't see that anything is clogged. It seems to be running back in, so I'm gonna have to ask him. And it may just be they lived here about 5 years. So this is some of his tools left over. So yeah, it's all beautiful. It will be beautiful. It is beautiful.
Oh, just a second. Hey. Yeah. Okay, just a second. Okay. Hey guys, you're stuck with me for a minute because Justin just called to talk to Jeff about the water. So. Sorry. How many paddocks will you have in the end? Yeah. Honestly, this is, I can just think this would be a really cool idea. Jeff is the one that has the vision. So when he returns from his discussion with Justin, he'll be able to tell you everything. Love you too, Ann. I will tell you, I was telling somebody, I was talking to Teresa on the phone today, and I said, if in December you would have told me that this was a possibility, that this is something I would want to do, I would have said you were crazy. But I'm actually just really, I'm just looking forward to it. I think it's going to be great family time, family working together to accomplish a goal. We're just really excited about it. And Lord have mercy, I may become a gardener. I don't know. Yes, is this Justin's property? Hello, everybody. I just love this area. I couldn't imagine getting rid of it. It's beautiful. What things would I like to have? Honestly, I love the goats, but I am like so. If you'd have ever told me I'd love a daggone bull or a cow, I would say you're crazy. But so I don't know. I'm like I said, I never would have imagined this being my dream. I'll be honest. I'll be totally transparent. But I really am excited. We are renting it from him. Well, Lynn, I'm glad you believe in me being a great gardener because it scares me. I think it's one of those things I've never tried. I'm not one, unless I can know I can be successful, I don't like trying things. So, trial and error. It's how. All right. How about a chicken house? I don't know about a chicken house. Maybe. Yeah, somebody's going to have to help me because I am not good at this.
Let's take them back up there and I'm going to explain what
Jaden is very happy here. I was afraid he'd be mopey and kind of a preteen boy, but he is having so much fun. Hey Lee, what's bucket gardening? I've never heard of that. Yeah, it's going to be lots of work to clean everything up, but I think it's going to be a team effort. I think in my mind, we can't look at the whole great big. We need to look at this section, that section, this section. Right. Okay, ladies, maybe not this summer because I think we got lots of work to do, but I will try.
But I love that area.
We are really looking forward to having an area where Royce can just run and have fun. Another reason why we're using the type of fencing we're using is because, look, I could do barbed wire, right? I could do a couple strands of barbed wire. 2 things, 3 things. It doesn't necessarily, we know there's coyotes in the area, we know there's foxes in the area. I don't think a fox would mess with the size goats we're going to have. Coyotes, I doubt it. But the fencing that we're going to use is going to prevent them from coming in. It's going to prevent goats from escaping under, and it's going to prevent Royce from escaping under. At some point with gates and stuff, I want Royce to have an area to run, and then when Royce is done running, because Royce ain't going to stay out there. He'll go out there and run for an hour, and then he's going to be tired. And then when the camper's here or whatever, he'll be able to come back, chill out. I can open up gates, and the cows can have the rest. And what I want to be able to do is get Royce used to the cows, because the cows are going to be our friends. I don't want Royce barking and constantly disturbing the cows and the goats. And that's going to be work. That's going to be work.
Yes.
So I do think the Argo would be fun here.
Oh, absolutely.
So.
Absolutely.
What?
No.
No, we're not getting the trampoline.
You crazy?
What's first on the honeydew list? Actually, I'll be honest. Like, I saw Jay's live today, and he was talking about a to-do list, and I think that's where we need to start.
Make a list.
Make a list, priorities, what's going to be first. So, because I think talking about the big picture can get overwhelming.
So, you just be careful.
Oh God, is he axe throwing?
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
we may have an emergency room visit here. Holy crap.
all right, let's walk up here. I want to show them what's going on with the fish pond, so nobody worries.
Okay. And if you hear a scream, it's because my son is axe throwing. He did learn how to axe throw. So, yes. And you're right. Fence is #1 priority, and maybe not a huge, maybe not the whole place, but just what we can afford, what we can do, what makes sense. What am I doing? Okay, sorry, I'm talking. I'm supposed to not be talking.
No, you can talk.
Go ahead.
So, the koi pond, right?
The koi pond.
What's going on was, and I didn't realize, that plastic, little black plastic pond where the hose was into and it was overflowing. Well, it was overflowing enough that it was filling up that black fabric. That black fabric is a bog, but the bog has a hole in it, so it was actually essentially leaking into the ground, and that's why our level got low.
Okay.
So the hose is now in there, it's bypassing all of that, and the level will come back up and the fish will be...
Stephanie, that's a good idea. She said we need to get a big whiteboard and hang it out here.
Yeah.
I think Royce will get used to it. Royce has just never been around farm animals.
As far as like step one, right? Step one is to do what we talked about. Get the stakes out of the ground and get the electric fence all down and raveled up. Like, we're not just going to go through and break everything. Like, them stakes and all that stuff can be reused some point, right? So all that stuff got to be gathered up. Maybe even some sections of the electric wire where it's a long run and it ain't all knotted up. We actually try and keep it. We don't want to just throw stuff out. But clean up this area, priority one.
This area.
Get the stakes out of the ground. Get the rubber mats up out of the ground. Smooth some of that dirt out. That's a day, maybe. Maybe not even. You know, we'll probably rent a small piece of equipment to lift them, because you're not going to pull them up out of the ground. They're 6 feet deep. So we get to do that, and that's something we can all do. Like if we have the Argo or something out here, you guys can go off and pull the stakes out, you know, coil up the fencing and be on the Argo or whatever, coiling all that up, putting it in the back, and then I could be there with a piece of equipment, pulling the stakes up out. It's not going to be until your race cars are ready.
I think Jane's getting excited about this,
he is.
actually. This is like...
And what do you think? You'll be able to ride your four-wheeler. Yeah.
Are you looking forward to this?
Yeah.
You know something else I thought of? Now, this may never ever happen, but how cool would this be? Now, it won't be this year probably, and what if, but picture the camper sitting here with a nice little concrete pad, some shelter over the top, and I don't know about power-wise. Can you imagine, though, on an evening when it's cool out, having one of them little cheap hot tubs to sit in and overlooking all that?
Let's get fence first.
Let's get fence first.
Hey,
but God could dream, though.
You can absolutely. Danielle, bring your four-wheeler, too. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We need more like
okay.
the Argo from Jeff.
Somebody asked, why are the stakes in the ground?
Okay, so the stakes are in the ground. I did talk about this earlier. Let's walk back down there.
Okay.
I'm going to talk about the stakes one time.
What is a hillbilly hot tub?
They're nice. You ever see them big tanks from Tractor Supply?
Yeah.
There you go.
I can miss it, kind of.
Yeah, legs are missing. You know what that could probably, you know what we could probably do with that if he doesn't want it?
What?
Put short legs in it and leave it for the goats.
Yeah.
Picture that. They would love that. All right.
Is it still a functional trampoline?
Huh?
Is it still a functional trampoline?
I don't know why. I think it blew over a couple times, so I think some things are bent, and I really don't know.
Okay.
All right, over here.
Sorry, guys, and if I don't read your comment, I'm walking into the sun, and it's really hard to see everything. Where would this be considered to be located?
What?
We can use this.
Where is this?
Fleetwood.
Fleetwood. Okay.
We can use this as a table.
Yeah. So,
Just a second. Wait. Just a second, dude.
we're going to review the story one more time. This is where Chuck, Cinco, and Uno spent their last times on this farm. This is where the jackass, we backed the trailer up and we loaded up the cows, which still breaks my heart about Uno. But anyhow,
it's horrible about Uno, but Cinco is thriving, Chuck is thriving, so the
I still remember.
idiot didn't win everything.
No. Still so sad because I picture me being over there leaning on that fence. Thinking,
You did what you thought was right. You had no idea that circumstances would change.
so the stakes.
Okay, here, I'm walking.
If you guys followed Steinmetz Family Farm when they were at Lake Road, there was 2 military-style tents set up. This was one. That was one. The stakes over here held the tent into the ground, and they're actually T-posts, but they're buried upside down.
Oh.
So they're either 6 or 7 foot long. You see how much is sticking out. So you're not going to come over here and just pull them out of the ground. They're buried deep.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I just assumed everybody knew where it was Pennsylvania. It's Fleetwood, Pennsylvania.
So all the stakes got to come out. We want to pick up these rubber mats and save them. These are all zip tied together, but I feel like if we have a machine to come in and kind of pick them up, the zip ties will break or whatever. Get all this cleaned up, get all this smoothed back out, and then I don't know if grass, I don't know. That's stuff I had to think about. But
You are right. It is very hard to think about. Somebody said the PTSD of Uno is hard to forget.
oh, that's yeah, because I'm the one that let him in the trailer right there. It was me. I went to the side door. Yeah, it kills
You thought
me.
you were moving him to a better life.
Yeah.
You had no idea that Sean was a jack wagon.
No. He was
Because I'm YouTube, that's the word I will use. But yeah.
But I would pull. So those that don't know, even before, hey, there's one of my ratchet straps. You jerk.
If Jay gets a renter, somebody asked that a second.
Mhm.
If Jay gets a renter, how do you separate the electricity cost? Sorry, guys, I'm close.
Good question. So maybe what we could do is before he gets a renter, see what the electric bills are, and then however much they increase from that point. I don't honestly think I'll be using a ton of electric, but as of now, I told him the electric bill should go to us because.
Okay, do you mind for like 2 seconds if I tell them the story of Uno?
No, I don't mind.
Okay, and you all, I may get this wrong. To make a long story short, Chuck, who is now at Lester's, how do you want to say? What did he do to Jay?
Jay fell into his horns.
Jay fell into his horns, let's say that. And then, they were at this property alone. So it came to the point that Jay wanted to find a home for them. Jay didn't stop. Jay wanted to find a home. There was a guy that he remembered meeting at the farm show. He was supposedly a bull rider. And so he said, I'll take care of him. Going to find him good homes. So he came. Who did he get first?
Uno.
He came and got Uno because the other two were like.
The goal was to get Chuck, but he was scared of it.
Yes. So he came and got Uno, and he would even call and told them that Uno's having fun. He has all these female cows. Life's great. And then he came back and got Chuck and Cinco, right?
Yeah, if you go back to Steinmetz Farm, you can see the whole story.
Yeah.
He has all of it.
Well, I'm just trying to do a synopsis really quick. And to make a long story short, Sean was a complete idiot, and he left Jay's farm and took them to an auction house where...
Straight to a slaughterhouse and used Jay's trailer to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, thank God that... It's a long story how they figured it out. They figured it out, and they got... The slaughterhouse was the people who sold them were very helpful in returning them.
They sent a truck 4 hours to go get Chuck.
So Chuck and Cinco are still with us. Uno, unfortunately, is not. And I'm telling you, I really think if my son ever saw Sean, he would probably punch him. And because he actually said, he's like, if I see him, I'm going to punch him. What are cops going to do? Arrest a 12-year-old? So it was heartbreaking. It was sad. But right now, we're just very grateful that Chuck is in a happy place. And Cinco, drinks coffee and eats muffins. So, oh yeah, he's an idiot. But, you know, as horrible as it is, you know, Chuck's now in Texas. Because of we know Lester. Because of Lester, we know a lot of you all. And this has become Jeff's dream.
You know what I never realized?
What? Oh,
Look
yeah.
Look at the tree right above that little tent down there.
Where? It's a weeping willow.
It's a weeping willow.
It's a weeping willow. Yes, you're exactly right. I mean, like, we can be angry at him, but his day will come.
Yeah, his day will
His
come.
day will come. Yes, Oreo is coming here.
Yep.
Or, hold it. Oh, it's Cinco. Cinco is, the plan is, let me
Yep.
just say, tentatively the plan is right now for Cinco to come here.
Yep. That is the plan.
And the cow story brought us back together.
Yep.
Really,
who would ever thought that me and you would be standing here looking at this?
No.
I just can't believe it.
No.
Like, I still just cannot believe it.
And for those of you who don't know, we have talked about it several times that Chuck pretty much saved our marriage, as crazy as it is. So, it's a little bit crazy. You're right. All we can do is pray for him.
Chuck's got stuff tore up.
I know, Chuck's pretty much destroyed everything.
You know, that was a spool, right?
Was it?
Look at the thing sticking out. Oh, he would get
Cinco
so
and
mad.
Rain are besties. The weeping willow.
That's beautiful.
Here, I'm going to...
You can zoom in a little bit. Just have them zoom in. It's better if they zoom in.
Okay. It's right there. Can you all see it? It's really, really pretty. Chuck was digging today playing with Rita.
Yep, I seen that.
He is, I mean, honestly, he is living such a good life. And Cinco is living such a good life.
You know what's funny about Chuck to me is watching him out there.
There you are. Ooh, you're zoomed in.
Chuck really, he knows that he's been around people, right? So every time Lester tries to do a project or has something going on, Chuck's right there front and center. The dentist shows up to work on the teeth, Chuck's right there. Like, that's what Chuck knows is people. So
Michelle, please message me. Michelle said, Auntie Sue's friend said she hadn't forgotten about Fuddruckers. So,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, we were actually, it was Rick, we were actually out at the lake the other day, and there was a weeping willow.
You got to see the lake I seen today.
Was it beautiful?
Yeah.
We might take you there one day.
Yep.
Hey, Jay.
Where is he?
He's
Jay on here or Jay in?
No, Jay Dunn's in the car. Jay is on here. So.
Look, there's a collar.
Whose collar is it?
Blizzard.
Blizzard's collar. And yes, Cinco will always get his coffee. They said Chuck is the jail North supervisor.
He is.
He's like the Walmart greeter of jail ranch.
He is.
Okay.
All right, so you know where you can start when you come over, right? You.
Yeah, right.
Look, I'm going to show you.
I'm not scared of hard work, but you're Mr. Picky McPickerson.
No, but like this stuff, look. And then you just untangle it.
Okay.
Get the stakes out, and then once you get all, like, we want to keep these.
Right.
These are, save them for whatever. But there's a million of them.
Yes.
Are you listening?
I think honestly, we're really definitely starting with one. We really want one more, just so Cinco won't be alone. And then, who knows what, once again, I'm going to say, who knows what the future can hold, because I never thought this was in our future. Never in a million years. So. Are we seriously going to cut off Cinco's horns? Is that, somebody said, are you seriously going to cut off Cinco's horns?
His horns?
Yeah, no.
No.
His other parts, maybe.
I ordered a tool today.
Do we need a bathroom here?
No.
Okay.
Well, at some point, the camper will be here.
Right, once the camper's
And the
here.
other thing is, right now, the water's off in the house because of wintertime and pipes freezing and all
Welcome,
this.
Joanne.
So, what?
You never know what you're going to find on this property.
Right.
Because Jaden just went and found himself a chair.
A nice one at that, huh? Oh man.
How do you join? Can anybody help? Because I'm not really good with that. There used to be a porta pot here. I've used that porta pot many a time.
Yep.
But it's not. Jeff,
And like if we do like a volunteer thing, we maybe that is something we do. We rent one for a weekend.
That's what she said. Have a dumpster brought in and a porta potty.
Definitely a dumpster. Yep.
Jay said Jay and Lauren planted the weeping willow tree.
Did they? I didn't know that. Wow. So guys, something you probably don't realize is
I'm gonna let you hold this for a second.
so Jay had plans drawn up. Him and Lauren had plans drawn up. They had some of the land surveyed and all the different things they'd have to do to be able to build a barn. Like it got to that point, and then the township's
very difficult here.
But that barn was going to be sitting right out there, guys. And that's what a lot of this lumber stuff is all about. Like he was going to use some of that.
We will try to post the link, or we'll try to talk you through it on how to join from an iPhone.
I have no idea.
Here, I'm going to give you this because my hands are freezing. I need to put it in my pocket.
Yeah, freezing.
Look at him. He's living the life.
What do you think about Lake Road? Huh? You remember when I did a belly flopper in the pool? Yeah. I don't have my glasses.
He wasn't super impressed.
No, he wasn't impressed with my nonsense.
I found a chair.
We've been on over an hour.
Yeah, we better get off here.
I
And
found a chair.
you guys see the green shed up there? That's where Hope was born. Now, I know it's hard to believe that she actually fit in there.
Jeffrey Todd, be nice.
Oh, man. Oreo's birthday party was here. Absolutely. Nobody showed up. Me and Jay. But we did have a birthday party.
That's the worst party I've been to.
Oh? Your daddy's going to dump you. You better run.
Who's your favorite goat?
Joey!
Who's your favorite goat?
Joey!
Who's your favorite goat?
Grizzly.
We are not going to use the pool.
No, I don't think it has a leak in it. Not my call. It don't bother me.
Are you surprised that
yeah.
leave me alone for a little bit?
So,
Are you surprised?
well, guys,
Are you surprised if you leave me alone a little
You found a
bit?
chair.
why don't you guys go stand over there?
Here, Bubba.
There's no join button from an iPhone. We'll have to figure that out, guys. I do not have.
No, leave your chair. No.
Wow, I'm a pipe fitter. Very nice.
You can keep this thing. No, wrong side. Gotta get this. No, this side. You're spinning this side, not that side.
Monsters in the pool, right? A pool with a camper would be nice, yeah. But that's all. Dee, thank you so much. All right, guys. Well, we're going to sign off here. We certainly appreciate you joining us. I hope you're as excited about your dreams as we are, or our dreams as you are. I have an iPhone and had to do it on my computer. So if you guys seen that, Hillary, who's one of our moderators, she had to do the membership on her computer.
I'm going to say, don't ever give up on anything because life can change in the drop of a hat.
Sure can. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great night, and we will see you soon.
We love you.
Well, love everybody. Remember, what if? Good night, guys.
He's putting the chair in the back.
Shh. I want them to be able to listen to the quietness. Good night, guys.